Alright guys, so Blur is a game that came out in 2010 and it was released on Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC on Steam. Unfortunately, a year later it was delisted from Steam, and no one knows the exact reason. People are thinking it was because of compatibility issues that people were having or something, but either way it was delisted, and unfortunately still can't be bought today on Steam. So I never thought I was going to be able to play this game on the Steam Deck, but lo and behold, we have a solution. I have the game running on the Steam Deck, even though I don't actually own the game on Steam, even though I wish I did, but there's no way to get it anymore. So this game is fantastic. If you guys have never heard of this game before, this is an arcade racing game that was released back then, and it is basically Mario Kart meets like Burnout or Need for Speed. It is so much fun, a very unique game that's still nothing like it today. I wish there was a sequel made to this game. This game was highly underrated back then. And a lot of people still talk about this game today because there's just nothing like it. And the fact that now I can play it portably on the Steam Deck really easily without relying on like the PS3 emulation or stuff like that, using the native copy of the PC version on here is just fantastic. And I want to show you guys a quick tutorial on what I had to do and what made this possible and what you need to do to get this running on yours, and then show you some gameplay on this game running on the Steam Deck. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so here we are with the Steam Deck with Blur. Again, one of my favorite arcade racing games of all time. The fact that I actually don't own this on Steam, because it was only on Steam for like a year when it actually came out, which is unfortunate because then it got delisted like we talked about. And now we have another way of getting on the Steam Deck, and the fact that it runs on here really well is fantastic. So first thing we got to talk about is how do we actually get this on here if you don't own a copy of Steam, or if you don't own the Steam version of the game and you want to get it on here. So we obviously need to get the copy of the game on here, and there is a really handy guide here on Reddit, as you guys are seeing up on the screen here, by Matt, which is the exact instructions I followed. So as you can see here in this tutorial, it tells you exactly what to do. Thanks to Matt for posting this on Reddit to getting us to get this game to work here. But basically, as you can see, just a quick rundown. You go into desktop mode on the Steam Deck. You go ahead and download Blur from that exact link, which is the Internet Archive website, which is where the ISO is. And then you just right-click the ISO once you have it downloaded and hit extract. It will extract the ISO. And then you add the setup.exe as a non-Steam game in your Steam library. Don't do anything with it yet, just like the instructions say. Go to properties of the setup.exe from Steam by right-clicking and hitting properties, and set the compatibility to Proton Experimental. Then you run the installer from Steam and wait for Blur to actually finish being installed. Now that we have that installed, now we can go ahead and add the game that was just installed for Blur by adding it as a non-Steam game into the library. So you click on adding a Steam game. You hit browse, you browse to the executable and wherever it got installed, and you can see exactly where it should be installed on there. And once you've added it as a non-Steam game, that's basically it. Don't follow the instructions on what to add as a compatibility mode, because we're going to talk about that here in a minute. Once you have it added, we'll move to the next step. So that will be linked down below if you guys want to follow that, of course. Really easy to do. So once you have that squared away and you have that installed on your machine, or you have the files ready and extracted, then there is a second part to this. So in his instructions that you guys may have seen, that he said that the intro movies of the cinematics and stuff like that don't work, but that is, however, not true. They don't work if you just launch the game and don't actually select a compatibility. So if you just run the regular game under GE Proton or Proton Experimental, the game will still run. However, it won't actually play the cinematics, just like you said. However, after trying many different versions on that Reddit thread as well, we found out that somebody actually got this particular version to work here, which is the version you're seeing. So Proton 7.3-GE-1. So that is the version that you're actually going to need to have. And it's very, very easy to do. Basically, you just click on the Steam button to get it. You go to power. You go to switch to desktop mode here. Let it switch to desktop mode. Now that you're here in desktop mode, you're going to go ahead and go into Discover. And of course, I already have it installed, but the application that you're looking for specifically on here, if we go to my installed section here, is Proton Up-Q2, as you guys are seeing there. So that's what you guys need to install. So you'll find that you can search the application library. you just click on applications over here, and then you could search on the top, and you're going to search for Proton Up-Q2, and you will find it, and then have it installed just like I do here. This is the version that you're looking for, and then once you have it installed, you're going to go ahead and hit launch, and this window is going to come up. Of course, you can see I already have the version that I need installed, but basically you would just click on here and click add version, and you're going to have a gigantic list of versions. You're going to select that version, 7.3 GE-1, select it, and then hit install. Obviously, I'm not going to do it now because I already installed it. And then after like a minute or two of it downloading, you'll see that it is now on this list here, and you'll see that it's installed. Once that's installed on that list, you can go ahead and exit this, and then you can return back to game mode. And then once you're into game mode, of course, you will find the game, if you did everything right in the Reddit steps, you will find the game either on your recents list, or of course, if you go to library, it will be sitting as a non-Steam game like I have here. So you just go ahead and click on Blur. You go to the settings, and you go to properties, and you select the capability. You're going to have this turned off. You're going to want to turn this on, and you're going to select the 7.3 GE-1 listed here. You can see I have a bunch of other versions here, but this is the one you want for this particular game. So you're going to go ahead and just select that there, and then we're going to go ahead and hit play. You can see the cinematics are starting up and the videos are still working. And you can see you're at the main menu here, and things are working as they should. I'm going to show you guys a quick race here just to show you guys how much fun this game is. We're going to go ahead and skip that. Tells you the completion I have on here, because of course there's no cloud syncing or anything, because obviously this is a ISO file, so I had to start over. But we're going to just go to career, proving grounds. We'll go to this one here, destruction. You can see the video that's playing. This video would not be playing if you weren't using that particular version. It would just be either a black screen or a colored screen, because you obviously wouldn't be able to see this because the videos wouldn't be working.
There are 3-point targets to aim for. Higher point targets will earn you more lights. You gain extra seconds for every car you wreck. Watch out for defensive moves from other cars. Alright, go get them.
So it's great to be able to see those videos, because without that version, those would not work. Everything else would work, but that would be missing. So let's go ahead and let's just keep our Ford over here. Of course, it runs at a solid 60 FPS. I mean, this game is from 2010, so it's not a surprise that it runs really, really well on here. As far as the frame rate goes, but I am surprised how well it works with Linux and just SteamOS in general when this game is this old and there's been nothing done to it. It just works. It's great. Here we are. So this game is just a lot of fun. So there's somebody we're trying to wreck. Ooh, he shot back at me. Game looks great on this handheld. Just missed him. And I missed that green one. Everyone's driving the same vehicle as me. Oh, getting smacked a little bit. This game, like I said, it reminds you of like Mario Kart mixed with like Need for Speed or Burnout and stuff. It's just a lot of fun. And it's great to be able to play this natively on a handheld. Thanks to Matt on Reddit, who brought me to this attention on how we can get it to work. Because I would have never thought just transferring an ISO file to the SteamOS would have gotten this to work. You know, I was pretty disappointed that I didn't have it on Steam, and I missed out on it when it was out. But now, doesn't make a difference. $63 points earned. So yeah, guys, this game is fantastic. If you guys have never played this game before, I urge you guys to do this tutorial and get this game running, because it's one of the best arcade racing games you could play from back in the day. And it's still, I wish they made a sequel to this game. Everyone still talks about this game, how it was so underrated. When this was on Xbox Live, it was so much fun to play. So definitely check this one out, guys. If you guys have any questions about anything I showed off in this tutorial, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Until next time.